Hey everyone, welcome back to another Top 10 here at Bad Day HQ. Today, we share with you the most deadly avalanches in recorded history. Number 10, 1918 Asahi Village Avalanche. 1918 was not a kind year for Japan in regards to avalanches. On January 20th, after heavy snowfall, a powder snow avalanche leveled 11 buildings in the village of Asahi in northern Honshu, including the school and the mine's dormitory. Also known as the Otori Mine Avalanche, it has very little recorded information, but the official death toll is set at 154. The country was still recovering from the next avalanche in our top 10, so it's hard to be sure. Number 9, Mitsumata Village Avalanche. From January 2nd to the 9th, also in northern Honshu, a blizzard caused massive snowfall. On the 9th at 11:20 p.m., a 6-meter or 18-foot tall avalanche released near the east side of the Mitsumata village. It collapsed 28 houses and buried the village in snow. By a stroke of luck, a worker at a power plant nearby witnessed the avalanche and crossed the Shibakasa Pass in the darkness to alert the neighboring town. A large-scale rescue team was formed, but by the time they had arrived, 155 out of the 180 in the village had already perished, and 3 more succumbed to their injuries later. This avalanche is the deadliest in Japanese history. Number 8, 2010 Salang Avalanches. The Hindu Kush Mountains outside of the capital of Afghanistan are no stranger to avalanches, as about 250 strike every season. But on the 10th of February 2010, a freak blizzard dumped so much snow that it caused a succession of 36 avalanches, 17 of which buried 2 miles of road and encased a tunnel. Cars were pushed down the mountain, buried in snow, and those in the tunnel were filling the enclosed area with carbon monoxide. The Afghan army and NATO rescued over 2,500 people from the snow over the course of 48 hours, but the disaster still claimed 172 lives. Number 7, Lehaul Valley Avalanche. The Himalayan mountains are known for both adventure and danger, and many avalanches occur throughout the range every year. On the 8th of March 1979, a series of snowstorms over a 5-day period caused avalanches to cascade down the foothills of the mountain range. It dumped 20 feet of snow onto the Lehaul Valley, instantly killing 75 people, and claimed more lives as victims waited to be rescued. Reports vary, but between 200 to 237 people lost their lives to the brutal weather. Number 6, 2012 Afghanistan Avalanches. On the 4th of March 2012, multiple avalanches struck northeastern Afghanistan, completely demolishing a remote town and damaging 2 others within their paths. The villages were so remote that there were no roads, and news of the avalanches didn't get out until the next day. Rescuers took an additional 2 days to arrive by foot, fighting consecutive avalanches along the way. The governor even tried to get to the village, but was caught in yet another avalanche and had to be rescued. The Afghan military brought in some aid via helicopter, but it came too late for 201 people, as only 4 of those pulled from the snow survived. Number 5, Winter of Terror. 3 months during the winter of 1950 to 1951 became known as the Winter of Terror, when the Alps on the border of Switzerland and Austria experienced unprecedented snow. Some places experienced 3 to 4.5 meters, or 9 to 15 feet of snowfall in just a few hours. Because of the weather anomaly, 649 avalanches plagued the Alps. The snow destroyed over 900 buildings, decimated thousands of acres of forest, claimed the lives of over 500 cattle, and in the end, 265 people living near the Alps, including those as far as Italy, Germany, and France, perished. Number 4, 2015 Afghanistan Avalanches. Number 4 takes us back to Afghanistan. In late February of 2015, so much snow fell on the Panjshir province that it caused several avalanches. Rescue aid was slow to respond, as they had to clear 40 kilometers or 25 miles of snow just to get to the impacted areas. Afghani troops were deployed to aid in the rescue mission, but the avalanches knocked out all power, so rescue efforts were only taking place during the day. According to official numbers, at least 310 people were killed and 129 were wounded. Number 3. 1962 Huascaran Avalanche. On January 10, 1962, a hunk of glacier the size of 2 skyscrapers and weighing 6 million tons broke off of the highest mountain in the Andes range of Peru and came speeding down the slope at 131 kilometers per hour. 9 towns and 7 small villages were destroyed, 2 of which were buried under 12 meters or 40 feet of ice, mud, boulders, and debris. The incident was caused by a rapid rise in temperature and claimed an estimated 4,000 lives. The avalanche also made the area quite unstable. Number 2. White Friday, 1916. The cruelty of war tactics shows its face for our number 2 spot. During World War I, on December 13, 1916, at 5:30 a.m., over 200,000 tons of snow and ice plunged down the highest mountain in the Dolomites of Italy onto the Austro-Hungarian Kaiserschützen military barracks below. The wooden buildings packed with soldiers collapsed and crushed those inside. Whether or not the first avalanche was naturally caused is unknown, but shortly after the first avalanche struck, a different avalanche was set off, which hit the Italian military barracks on a different part of the mountain. According to reports, both sides were deliberately firing shells into the weakened snowpacks to try and bury their opponents. An Austro-Hungarian commander tried to get his soldiers moved 8 days prior due to the risk of avalanches, but was denied his request. Historical documents show that between 2,000 and 10,000 people lost their lives to these avalanches, including numerous civilians, and the day became known as White Friday, despite it taking place on a Wednesday. Number 1. 1970 Huascaran Avalanche. After the events of our number 3 Peruvian avalanche in 1962, the area around the extinct volcano became very unstable. On May 31, 1970, a magnitude 7.9 earthquake struck at the area where the Nazca and the South American plates subduct below one another. This area is notorious for some of the worst earthquakes in recorded history and is featured numerous times in our top 10 strongest earthquake video. The earthquake itself caused damage to an area the size of Belgium and the Netherlands combined, and was enough to cause another massive piece of glacier, this time 10 million tons, to fall from the mountain and come careening down the hill at 193 kilometers per hour. As it flew down the hill, it picked up boulders, trees, and so much moisture that it ended up liquefying the ground into a mudflow avalanche that at some points was moving at 435 kilometers per hour. As it was a Sunday, thousands had congregated at the Yungay market when it leveled the city. An estimated 22,000 people in the city lost their lives to the avalanche, with only 400 survivors. The deceased were even found 100 miles away in the Pacific Ocean. Interestingly, 300 of those survivors were children at a circus who were saved by a clown leading them up a hill, and 92 were saved by climbing a cemetery's burial mound alongside a large statue of Jesus that remained almost untouched. In the aftermath, the city of Yungay was turned into a cemetery to memorialize the dead. Between the earthquake and the avalanche, an estimated 60 to 100,000 people were killed and over 140,000 were injured. We are proud to continue sharing our top 10 videos and to showcase the sheer power of nature. If you enjoyed this video, a like and a subscribe give us the chance to create more content, and a comment helps us bring your ideas to life. We appreciate you all and look forward to seeing you again in our next video here at Bad Day HQ.